And now, World Improv Network proudly presents Community Court.
When two parties cannot solve a dispute, no. Community court is there to solve the problem. See? Okay, everyone. All rise for the Honorable Judge William Law, capital I.
All right, already. I had an extra cup of coffee this morning, being Memorial Day weekend, and what on earth am I doing in the courtroom?
All right.
Yeah,
He likes you too, Judge.
I know. I signed up for a rap class with my wife, so we're going to start that on June 3rd. I get myself out there in a bigger way. Not that my book ain't doing too bad itself. Number 34 on Amazon.com.
Hey, Judge.
Yeah.
I saw a picture on one of those pages. You look just like Kanye West.
All right, thank you. Well, that's my morphed picture. You should look in the back of my book. I look more like Efren Zimbalist Jr., and he's no longer alive, so I live on his legacy. All right, I need a cough drop here.
Here you go, Judge.
All right,
Here's some
thank you, baby.
Belvita.
All right, that's going to clog me up just right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as I open the docket that's in red and blue ink, which I prefer black, make a note of that, court reporter. Here I open this up, and it's, 37 pages. All right, our plaintiff today in this case is Ms. or Mrs., I'm not sure, but we'll find out. Beth Reiner, and she has filed a claim. Well, that's interesting. She's filed a claim and representing the Universal Zoo of Life here in our courtroom. Serving as the defendant is Dr. Hortense Mastigate. I'll tell you, Ms. Ronnie, you've been sworn in. Please tell me why on earth you brought this to my courtroom on a holiday weekend.
I mean, I just think that it's something that, I just don't understand because it's a zoo. And I don't understand, like, if all species are represented at the zoo, then humans are a species and I can live there.
All right. So you're suing. You want to live in the zoo.
I want to live in the zoo, Your Honor.
All right. Well, I've never had this type of case cross my way. So are you living in the zoo? Tell me more, please.
Yeah, I mean, right now I am. I've got my own cage. It's part of the ape wing. So, I've got nice coverage. I get regular meals. I feel like, again, why do, giraffes and apes and cougars and tigers and I could go on hippos.
All right. So you're living in the ape
I could keep going.
I know.
Because
You are, and so am I. So I'm going to have to interrupt you.
understand.
Order in the court, please. Thank you very much, Ms. Reiner. I just need some clarification on something you said. Now, you're living in the ape wing, I hear you say, and have you displaced the ape that was living in that wing before you?
No, I did not displace that ape. That ape fell in love and moved out with her boyfriend. So it just worked out really well for everybody.
And who's her boyfriend? The same species?
His name's Echo, and he's,
I
don't know. They have their issues, but
Is he an ape, ma'am?
Yes, he's an ape.
All right. So
And they are very much in love. I don't think
no
that she'll be back.
cross-species bonding going on here. Okay. All right. So you're
No.
living in Echo's cage, and Echo moved.
No, Echo's the boyfriend. Her name was Arima.
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 You're occupying Arima's cage.
Thank
Hence
you,
the name
Arima's
Arima
cage.
on the cage.
Yes.
All right. And all right, I got a picture. So you're living at the zoo.
Yes.
And I need to check in here now. Dr. Hortense Mastigate, please, I need your side of the story. And please, within that, so I can rule properly on this case, tell me the zoo's policy on humans living in ape cages.
Yes, Judge, just the first time in the history of our lovely established zoo that's 216 years old that we've had actually a Homo sapien reside 24 hours a day in the zoo. Typically what happens is they come in to the gates at 8 a.m. and they leave no later than 10 if we do zoo lights and things like that on the holiday seasons, but otherwise they cannot stay. The problem originally was Mrs. Reiner's family is one of the largest owners of to the zoo, and so we said, okay, you can spend 3 nights there just as a favor for the millions of dollars.
That's not true. I object, Your Honor. I object. That was not the stipulation.
All right. It's all about me. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge, for stopping this crazy woman from speaking any
right.
further.
Liar.
Nonetheless, after the 3-day weekend was over, camping in the zoo with the apes, she decided that she wasn't going to leave. And of course, in the state of West Virginia, it is very hard to get an eviction notice. So we have not been able to remove her from the premises.
All right.
And she's even, emotional blackmail on
No.
her fellow apes, Echo and Arima, who have now moved out of guilt.
All right, so I need some clarification here, sir. Dr. Mastigate, how long has Mrs. Reiner been in?
177 days.
177 days she's been in Arima's cage.
Correct.
All right, so
And
what?
Arima's crying now. She's breaking up with Echo, and
So
it
now
looks
there's
like a
breakup.
divorce is down the
all
road.
right,
They're
all right,
working
all
it
right, all
out.
right, all right, already.
They're
That's
going to work it out. They do this a
little
lot.
bit of my rap, come around, simmy, clown. All right, so Mr. Dr. Mastigates, please, what are you wanting in your countersuit?
Well,
I
the
can't read it smudged in my document.
There's a big problem here because the millions of dollars that was given to us by her family has already been eaten up by her because she only wants to eat saffron rice, the finest saffron rice and caviar, which has cost us $16 million in food costs already in the first 170
All
My
right,
dad
Mrs.
paid for
Reiner, I'll
that.
get back to you, Mrs. Reiner. Now, please tell me, what is the daily staple of apes in the zoo? What do you feed them?
Typically 2 bushels of leaves
All right,
and
2
some
bushels of leaves.
caterpillars.
All right, Mrs. Reiner, please respond.
I mean, I don't know what you want me to say. I mean, I'm not eating
Do you
two
eat
bushels
leaves?
No, I do not eat leaves. I do not eat leaves. And my parents are, as Mr. Super Lawyer over here said, my dad already paid for all of this stuff. So it seems ridiculous that I can't. I mean, and I mean, what's wrong where a Homo sapien isn't a species anymore? I don't understand
Okay.
that.
All right. Well,
She's a freak behind
all right.
glass, Judge.
All right. Things are getting out of hand here. I know it's the weekend and this is a special session, but again, it's all about the judge. I'm the one with the degree. Thank you very much. All right. So I noticed in the docket here, Exhibit A, I noticed that on the donator's wall at the zoo, the Reiner's brick has been removed and now it sits prominently in front of the ape cage. Please explain that.
Well, I mean, some of the apes and I stayed up late and we were talking. And we just felt like it was ceremonious that we should really put the Reiner plaque where it belonged. And so Nettie, one of the stronger apes, got her knitting needles, and we pried it off.
Mrs. Reiner, I need to show you Exhibit B. It is now a picture of the donor's wall collapsed since your brick was on the
Well,
foundation of the wall.
I mean, so admittedly, they'd been eating a lot of leaves, and I don't know that we were all really. We were having a little too much fun, Judge. I'm not gonna lie.
I noticed that. Exhibit 3, I'm going to put in front of your face. Yeah, this is a leaf,
Ow.
and it says Arima was here, and it was placed in the spot where the brick was supposed to be.
Well, yeah. Arima's my gal. She's got my back.
Judge.
You got her cage.
This is a very serious problem
Dr.
here.
Mastigate, yes. Please.
Yes, first of all, they are trying to do a Homo sapien cross-species protest for identity. It has to do with species identity.
I can
And
identify as the species that I identify as the species that I am
So she thinks she's a
on the inside.
She's a bape, a bipedal ape, a talking gorilla here in the courtroom, Judge.
Got special abilities. I'm not gonna lie.
And
Okay. Mrs. Reiner, I see that your husband has filed for a divorce. In
Well,
10
he's
seconds.
a loser.
yes,
Is he
Judge.
have issues with babes?
Yeah, he is a non-believer. He does not understand, and he didn't think cage life was suitable for him.
All right, Mrs. Reiner, if you're evicted from this case,
Please don't call me Mrs. Please do not call me Mrs.
Mrs. Beth, Ms. Beth, Miss
Thank
whatever.
you.
It's my courtroom lady.
you.
Hey,
Judge,
yo, baby, yo, come on back and hit the show. Now that's a little on my rap class, and I've been doing my homework because I haven't.
You're
started
so good,
yet.
Judge.
Ms. Reiner, soon maybe not to be. If you're evicted from the zoo, please tell me, what are your plans, where you'll be living?
Oh my God, I don't know. I mean, I can't imagine. I mean, whoa.
You have a
what?
15,000-foot square house.
I mean,
would you be happy staying at the zoo for another 260
I would like
days?
that. I would like that.
All right, Mr. Mastigate, what would make you happy in this case?
Plain and simple, if she wants to stay there for the rest of her life, it will cost $746 million because that's how much caviar and saffron rice she's going to consume.
That's
Plus,
no
we have to
problem.
rebuild the
All
exhibit
right,
that they tore down.
One last question before I rule in this case. Ms. Ma'am, almost maybe not Reiner. If we changed your diet, would you be willing to stay in the zoo?
I mean,
All right, thank you very much. My ruling in this case is I will rule that Ms. Reina, soon to maybe not be, will stay in the zoo and she will eat half the saffron rice that she's been eating and dandelion pate. And Mr. Mastigate, you will cover the cost of feeding her, and Hortense and erythromycin will move back in.
Arima. Thank you,
All right,
Judge.
that's my ruling. Thank you.
Hey, bachelors, bachelorettes, and everyone in between. Want to take a shot at love? Send the questions you would want to ask on a date to the Win Matchmakers during the break and see if you can help make the perfect match.